So your practice either already signed up with the PatientPop, or you're thinking about going with them, or you're just doubting if they were a good choice or not. Well, my name is Artem. I have my own company called Leads Capital. We do provide similar services for any other industries. I personally had experience dealing with one of my clients who happened to be switching from PatientPop over to me. Now, full disclosure, I'm not affiliated with PatientPop. I am going to say a couple of things which will be good and bad. This is based on my observation, on my personal experience interacting with PatientPop and watching what they actually doing for my client. And in any way, I did not poach this client. I just want to make that disclosure. This person, this practice came to me because they watched one of my videos. So let me tell you first things first. PatientPop is working with a lot of clinics. They could be working with 5 or 10 different clinics in the same city. So when it comes to things like SEO and local SEO, which means SEO for your website and for Google Business Profile, it's pretty much the same approach. So they sort of like doing same things for different, even if it's chiropractor or dentist, they're doing similar things. And of course, the amount of work and the extent depends on the package that you're going to pick. Now, I'm not going to go into pricing because this is something not available on their website, but I'm sure if you're going to give them a call, ask them, they're going to give you their packages. Now, my client, I'm not going to name him, but imagine it's a practice, right? It's a practice in the skincare industry. So they've been with PatientPop for quite some time, for about maybe over 2 years. Let me tell you, PatientPop is good if you are just starting as a practice. You open your new practice, doesn't matter which one. PatientPop will be a great choice for you because they're going to hook you up with a lot of things in the beginning. Things like SEO, things like website design, all of that. Obviously, they do have templates, but they claim that their designs is custom. I mean, yeah, of course, they probably tweak it a little bit. So in this aspect, PatientPop would be a better choice for you. There's other companies sort of like PatientPop. I think they're all similar in my opinion because I've dealt with some of them too. I'm not going to name them in this video, but I'll make another video on different ones. When it comes to being number one as a practice in your city, PatientPop, I personally do not think that they can get you there unless you're going to go out of your way and you're going to be paying them extra money. Because think about it. For example, if you go to, let's pick one of the examples. Let's go to Botox Brooklyn. We're going to just Google it. And obviously you see sponsored, sponsored, sponsored. This is the Google business profiles that come up first. But for the website, you see this website is coming up first. And this website is powered by, well, it says Tebra. So PatientPop is now, they joined forces. So now it's called Tebra. So they were able to rank this website and it's doing pretty good in terms of SEO. But what about, imagine how many other clinics they working with within the same area, right? You cannot rank one clinic, each clinic in the same city. There has to be only one. The rest of them will be on the place 2, 3, and whatever. So that's one of the disadvantages. I don't want to brag, but at Leads Capital, we work per one practice or one type of business per city. And a lot of people ask, how do you only work with one business type in one city? Don't you want to get more clients? And it's very simple. Imagine how many businesses are in every city, different types. Because I know not only I work with chiropractors, with dentists, I also work with roofers, with dermatologists, lawyers, and contractors. So there's plenty of opportunities for us as a company, but The reason why we focus only on one clinic per city, opposed to any other niche specific marketing companies like PatientPop, is because if we take on a project, like, we have to know if we can rank you there on either first or second position. Anything outside of that, you're getting just a package, just a regular package, so you can maintain some sort of position. It could be position 7, 8, or 9, 10, whatever. But imagine if PatientPop is working with 20 dentist office in Brooklyn area. Where, and you, let's say your practice is in Brooklyn. Where exactly you're going to land with that, right? You're going to be, if you're not within the top 3 results, I mean, you're not going to be getting much patience from that. The whole goal of the SEO, of the social media, doesn't matter which company you're going to go with for your practice, is for you to get patients. You're not doing it just because everybody else is doing it and you understand that SEO and social media is the way to go about your marketing, because before it was television and ads. Now that's no longer the case. Consumer behavior, patients' behavior has changed. So now you're going to show more proof. You got to give them a reason to go visit your specific practice. So my personal opinion is that in this case, PatientPop, if you want to compete and rank and be number one, unless you're going to go deeply in your pocket and pay a lot of money, I don't think that's going to happen. But then again, my question to myself is, what if the other clinic that's already ranking with PatientPop will tell them, look, we want to stay there, so we're going to pay you more money. I'm not sure how it works, but remember, there can only be one business, one practice ranked number 1, number 2, or 3. That's it. In terms of pricing, again, you can find out on their website. Now, let's talk about their customer service. Their customer service, the technical part, tech support, is amazing. The people that work there are so kind, they're so knowledgeable. I never had this experience with any other service provider, because sometimes I do call, I have to speak with these companies so we can transfer everything. If, let's say, the patient wants to, my client wants to switch from them, from any other marketing company to me, I kind of have to speak with people from those companies. But in terms of tech support, PatientPop has the best. However, their so-called success team, right? They pretty bad in terms of how they. Maybe I got that kind of representative. Maybe I'm not saying all of them are bad, but they are very arrogant. They are very sometimes mean. Okay, because those people that are tech support people, obviously they're from overseas, so there's levels to it. And customer success team only from United States. I had experience when I was transferring everything over from PatientPop to my client's own hosting, because they were locked in a contract. And by the way, there's another part. Once you sign the contract, keep in mind, and I know that because I personally spoke with people from PatientPop, anything in relates to your content on the website, like blogs, anything that was written on the website, everything belongs, all the digital property belongs to the PatientPop. So the goal is for you not to leave them ever, all right? And if you want to transfer, let's say you want to transfer this website, you want to leave PatientPop, for example, and you want to transfer everything here, all the content, all the pictures, all the design. Now, this is their digital property. So unfortunately, you cannot do that with a simple file transfer. Like, when you go on the back end and the hosting, you create your own hosting. And usually, if you want to transfer one website from one hosting to your own, there's a simple file that you can just basically drag and copy. And within a couple of hours, your website is live on another server. With PatientPop, they will not give you, in any case, even if you finish the contract, maybe things have changed, but as of November 30th, 2023, it's still the same. So if you want to transfer the website, it has to be transferred manually, which means page by page, content by content. All the SEO on the page will be will have to be done manually. It's a lot of work. Is it possible? Of course. That's what we did for one of our clients. It was a little bit tedious. Took us about a couple of weeks, um, because we wanted to make sure that the website itself will not lose any ranking. But it happened. But keep in mind, once you sign up, like all the digital property belongs to PatientPop, not to you. They're not stopping you from copying it over, but they sort of like not giving you tools that you need to do it seamlessly. They try to make this as hard as possible. So unless you have somebody, let's say like myself, like my own company, you will not, as a doctor, as a dermatologist, as a dentist, you will not have time for this. Even if you have a social media manager or any marketing in-house, it's going to be a very tedious work for one person. It could take forever. Now let's talk about other things. They do offer social media management on their website, which means they're going to be posting on Facebook, Instagram, and let me tell you, if you go and watch, like if I show you what they actually post, it's very generic, it's zero engagement, it's not custom. Yes, it will have your practice name and everything, but those posts are scheduled and it seems like they are written by AI. All right. A lot of people use AI, but this kind of post will not attract followers, will not attract any new patients. These are just generic stock like images. They didn't go like maybe unless you get like some kind of very expensive plan, maybe they will give you a dedicated social media manager that will be doing everything for you, but I doubt it because there's a lot of work, right? If you want to showcase your practice, you have to do things like we do: video scripts, target audience research. Like it just takes a month to understand what are your demographics for your specific practice. And then once you understand who you're talking to, then you're going to be making and producing content. Otherwise, if you're talking to everyone, you're not speaking to no one, basically. So in terms of that, yeah, I wouldn't rate it higher than like 1 star out of 10 for their social media management. It's like the same template for everyone. It could be a picture of a dentist, or it can be a picture of a patient, and then a short description, and that's how it's scheduled and it's being posted like automatically. Now, in terms of their software, they have a software that they give you, the reputation management software. I mean, there's nothing special about that either. We have our own software for that too. It actually does a lot of cool things, cool automations that you can customize. So, to summarize everything, if you are a doctor or a dentist and you're thinking about going with PatientPop, my professional recommendation as the owner of Leeds Capital, branding company and marketing company in New York City, my recommendation would be if you are a new practice, definitely I would recommend going with PatientPop because they're going to give you a lot of tools that unfortunately I don't think you're going to be using because it's a lot of work to learn how to use every single feature. And but in the beginning, you're going to be paying for design, for the SEO, for everything. And it's kind of like a good option because they specialize in that. However, if you want to see results and if you want to dominate, let's say, your local area, it's obviously going to be practically, I think, impossible for PatientPop to take your business and 30 other businesses similar, let's say dentist, 30 other dentist clinics, and put you on top of them. It will be practically impossible because somebody is already ranking, and whatever they're going to do, they're not going to create a competition between you and somebody else. They're just going to keep you happy where you are, but you're not going to be happy there. So that's why you need something custom, a custom strategy that can eventually outrank whatever was done by PatientPop for that specific clinic. Now, again, I'm not affiliated with PatientPop. I have nothing against them. This was just my personal experience. And I think if you watch this video till the end, you have a much clearer picture and understanding what to expect when you sign up with the PatientPop. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, you can contact us through our website. Definitely hit that follow and leave us a comment. Tell us what you think.